Hey, what's up? This is Bobby. Going to do a quick profile of my drums here. This is the first kit that I got. As you can see, that's got a custom artwork design. This is a kit that I use in the cover band that I play in called Mojo King. And basically, this is what they consider to be 4 on the floor, but technically it's not, because the first rack tom, as you can see, is not on the snare stand, but it's off of a rims suspension mount, which is right here, as you can see. Very, very cool. This kit is pretty much a custom made drum set. It doesn't really have a particular brand name to it. A very good drummer friend of mine named Doug Fraley is the one who mainly constructed this kit, as you see now. All the shells are maple shells. I think he ordered them from the Keller Wood Company. So if you're going to call this kit anything, I guess it would be called a Keller drum set. And this finish is a discontinued finish. It's called purple metal. As you can see, it's kind of got like a hand-hammered look to it. But and also you can see that's a mammoth 26-inch kick drum and 16 depth. Let me go around to the back here. I'll show you what's going on here. Basically, that is a 12 by 11 rack tom. This is a 15 by 14 floor and a 16 by 16 floor, and that's a Ludwig, one of those new Black Magic stainless steel snares with the black nickel hoops. It's got a really good, nice sound. All the hardware on here is all Tama hardware, Tama iron cobra pedal, and all that stuff. But all the cymbals are pretty much Sabian, except for my auxiliary. These are all the HHX series, very dark sounding cymbals. It's the HH Groove Ride, and these are prototype hats called the Click hats. Got a nice little electronic sound, pretty funky. That is a Wuhan 8-inch Wuhan splash inverted on top of a Meinl 6-inch filter china. Good white noise effect. And this cymbal I've had for almost 20 years. It's a Zildjian EFX1. I don't think they really make them anymore, and that is a 18-inch Wuhan china. All Remo heads, Emperors on top, Ambassadors on bottom, pinstripe on the kick, Remo Fallen slam pads on there. I got an Ambassador underneath the snare and a Black X snare drum head, which sounds awesome. Good mid-tone range. This kit is one bad MFer, and I'm proud of it. Sounds great in this club. This is the club we play in called Boomers, and that's it, folks. That's the Purple Beast, man. But that's pretty much our stage right there. That's where we make our noise, man. Good times in here. Alrighty, y'all. This is Bobby, Mojo King, signing out. Peace. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is day 2, Drumset 2. You're looking at a DW Collector Series drum set. This is the Satin Oil Edition. This kit is, my finish is Emerald. This is a finish that I've wanted for years. It's one of my most favorite colors, top favorite colors. As you can see on the shell, there is no acrylic, and this is the actual first full-fledged wooden drum set that I've ever owned. All the shells are maple. Phenomenal sounding kit. I'm very pleased with this drum set. I mean, I have no desire to ever purchase another drum set ever again. I mean, this is the drum set that I will go to my grave with. So, but here is the badge. on here. Very cool. This company is phenomenal. I mean, it's I'm very, very pleased with these people. They really know how to craft a set of drums, man. I mean, it's unbelievable the way these sound. But anyways, let's just go ahead and get the tour started. All the cymbals on this kit are Sabian, except for this one here. This is another 18-inch Wuhan China that I have. This rides all these cymbals, except for a couple of the auxiliary, are all the AAX edition. This here is the 22-inch metal ride. Before I get started on the cymbals, I do want to say that, as you can see, this is a totally different setup. I mean, I got the 3 toms, and you know, it's a whole different thing because I'm in another band. That's my original band, Cull the Weak, as you can see. We are like a progressive heavy metal band, and this is a completely different setup. I play much different on this kit. My whole approach and everything is different than what it is on the other set. And my cymbal setup and everything, I'm kind of going for a little bit of a Middle Eastern kind of vibe with the little auxiliary and the bells and stuff like that. It's just kind of something that I've been kind of influenced by here the past 4 or 5 years or so. But anyways, like I said, this is a 22-inch metal ride. It has a phenomenal bell, not too strong, but enough to cut through. And this ride it pings all the way down to the edge. I mean, there's no heavy wash or anything. It's real good, tight sound. But when you crash it, something amazing happens. It sounds like a really nasty gong. And I actually used that on purpose on one of our tunes that we got, and it really complements the song pretty good. But anyways, this is my crashes. My 2 crashes are the explosion crashes, but they're the fast crashes, and these are very thin weight. But anybody who's ever thinking about purchasing one of these cymbals or whatever, don't be alarmed about the thinness. Sabian really knows how to craft cymbals that are almost unbreakable, and the thinner the cymbal, the quicker the decay, which is what I'm looking for in this band, because I don't like a whole lot of cymbal wash colliding with other cymbals and drums during the song. It just kind of gives these real nasty tones, and I just not really into that. So, but don't be alarmed by these cymbals. You can beat the living hell out of these things, and they will, they'll keep singing. That's a 17-inch, and that one there is an 18-inch. This is a Terry Bozzio design cup chime, and I actually used this on 3 of our tunes, I think. It's a pretty cool effect, pretty long sustain. It sounds really good mic'd, and pretty cool. This is an 8-inch splash, the AAX splash. I use it quite frequently on just about every song we got. Accents, and sometimes I like to ride off of them and just do little things like that. But anyways, over here I've got a stack, an HH stack. It's got a 8-inch China Kang on top, and then it's got a dirty HH 8-inch splash underneath. It's kind of like the cymbal that you saw, or the effect that you saw on the other kit, but this one's a little tighter, and with a lot of high-speed double bass, it's just better to have a little bit of a more tighter sound than the other one. These are the 14-inch accelerator hi-hats. As you can see, it's got the riffled bottom. These are very wet hi-hats. I like a very wet sound, and especially in heavier music. I don't really use, I really don't use the foot pedal on there very much, maybe for an effect, but not actually for rhythm in this band. There's just really no need for it. Most of the tightness in a rhythm is pretty much played on my right cymbal, or I'll do the rhythm patterns, like I said, either off of this or the splash. So So pretty much the hi-hat in this band has become more of an auxiliary instrument as well too. So pretty cool. Now on to the goody goodies back here. These drums sound phenomenal, and as you can see, they've got the reinforcement rings inside the shell, and man, these toms sound phenomenal, and the kick does too. It's got reinforcements in the kick. Now DW does something very awesome with their wooden shells. As you can see, there is a letter B stamped inside the shell, and that's actually the key, the timber of the wood. The wood is actually, when you take all the stuff off of the shell and hold it in your hand and actually tap on it, it actually is in the key of B. And they have a machine that records this data. You know, as you can see, they put it in every drum. But I'm not for sure what the bass drum is in. I can't really remember. As you can see, it's stuffed pretty good. And but all the heads on this kit are the same as the other set. Emperors on top. But on this kit, DW has actually collaborated with Remo and has actually made some excellent snare drum heads. And the heads that come with your drums that are stock, like the one that's on this kick drum, are absolutely phenomenal sounding heads. I just wanted a little bit of a thicker tone. And when I wanted to go back to the 2-ply, which is what the Emperors are. So, but I've got the 1-plies, the DWs, saved for maybe another time if I want to convert this kit into like something for jazz or funk or whatever like that. I might go back to a thinner head. But anyways, and underneath it's the DW Remo Ambassador resonant heads. This snare drum is the best snare drum that I've ever owned in my life. It's the most articulate thing that I've ever played on. It's a collector series black nickel over brass. This is the very first brass snare drum that I've ever owned. It's got a very clever thing here, as you can see. This is a magnetized throw off. It's so easy and very durable, very, very durable. And then they have, instead of a regular butt plate over on this side, they got a 3-way throw off over here. And I don't really mess with this one too much. As you can see, I have it in the middle. You got this here for loose sensitivity, and then the middle obviously is medium sensitivity, and then, you know, super sensitive. I like to keep this side in the middle and then pretty much come over here and tweak it with the fine tuning knob, just kind of like a Floyd Rose on a guitar. So it's really awesome. It's very versatile. You can do whatever you want to do with this thing. But the toms, this is an 8-inch DW Piccolo tom. It's not a wooden shell. It is steel, as you can see, but surprisingly, this has excellent sustain, and it's killer sounded. Very cool. 8-inch Piccolo tom. There's a 12-inch rack, that's a 10-inch rack, a 12-inch rack, and a 14-inch floor tom. Or actually, it's a side tom. I have it mounted off the cymbal stand there, as you can see. Great resonance. You can put it on any surface, and it'll just sing. So, and that's a 22 kick. Now, for those of you that's been confused and wondered how I get that, everybody that knows me knows I don't use triggers, and I'm highly against using triggers. I just don't really believe in them. I don't like them at all. But how I get that triggered sound, I had a friend of mine years ago introduced me to, as you can see, it is the Danmar double kick plate. And that is, I think it's like a 1.2 millimeter aluminum. And As you can see, they've been around for a while. I mean, I've never really heard of them until just 5 or 6 years ago. And when you hit on that, as you can see on my beaters, I've got them on inverted on the plastic side. Do not use wood. I used wood one time and split a beater in half just to see what it would do, and obviously it ruined my beater. But anyways, and felt just sounds retarded. But a good plastic like this, man, it sounds like a D4. It sounds like your kick is triggered when it's mic'd with a good Beta 52 or a D112 microphone. Oh my God, it sounds awesome. Awesome. I mean, I've had compliments from every sound guy in the tri-state area that we live in. They all love it, and they always ask, how did you do that? And I tell them that. So that's it. They cost, in my hometown, they cost about $11. It's got an adhesive backing. As you can see, I've kind of got a little more enforcement on there with the clear tape, but I've had a tendency to break the adhesive and the thing just go flying all over the place, especially live. I had that happen once, so that I've learned, and I'll just use boxing tape to keep it on there. But and that kick drum head sounds phenomenal, by the way, people. When you take that thing off and you want your normal kick drum sound back, yeah, you talk about a killer sounding drum head. Very, very punchy. But this is it. I've got the 9000, the pedals, as you can see. The hardware, some of it's 900 and some of it's 800. But this is it, everybody. This is my second kit. Very proud. DW are phenomenal drum makers. The whole company. Love all those guys. Maybe in the future I may consider adding a second floor tom, a 16-inch. Maybe. I haven't made up my mind yet. I haven't had this kit for very long. I've only had it for probably 5 or 6 months. So, but this is it, everybody. This is the DW kit, man. Later on.